Plaintiff Kelly Barnes says the defendant is her son, but because he was a product of rape, she gave him up for adoption to her grandfather. Kelly claims as her son grew up, he felt as though Kelly owed him, and she's suing him today for breach of contract and a loan. Defendant Michael Husak says when he was only 3 months old, Kelly left him in an abandoned apartment, and his great-grandfather picked him up, adopted him, and raised him. Michael believes his mother is only suing him because he called the police on her for harassing both him and his girlfriend, and he denies owing her for anything.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
I'm just fed up with my son, Michael, along with other family members walking all over me. I was raped by his father with abusive situation and relationship. He went to jail for false imprisonment. I had Michael. 3 months after, I kept having the flashbacks of what happened, trying to deal with that, and my grandfather stepped in and wanted to adopt him.
How early in life did you tell him about that?
I want to say an early teenager. I think he found out about it from Grandpa hearing something.
Okay.
He heard about it accidentally before I got to tell him, yeah. Grandfather them adopt him, gave him, that was better off for him at the time, so I dealt with all the issues, learned to deal with it, put it behind me.
That's a lie, by the way, Your Honor.
What's the lie?
The whole, you left me at an abandoned house.
No.
When I was 3 months old. You were supposed to bring milk, food, and money to the two ladies that were watching me. He came and picked me up.
Who was there to care for you?
Two girls, I don't even know who they were. I don't know if my father knows who he is now. This is my dad who adopted me when I was, because you left me there. He came to pick me up.
You said granddad.
That's my grandpa. Legally, it's his great-grandpa, my mom's dad. We went to court. I got adoption papers. We went to my grandpa's attorney. He drew up the paperwork, and that way he can get him covered by legal insurance. And
what age?
This was right when he was first born, 3 months old. My grandfather stepped in, took us to his attorney's office, had the papers drawn up.
We'll let him tell the side of the story, see what he has to say.
Yeah, I keep getting that story thrown in my face from my grandpa and my son, and I don't know what they're talking about. I would never, if I did that, I would have been charged.
Let's get past this by asking. Come on up, sir. State your name.
Name's Otto Husak.
What do you want to tell me about the adoption?
I was called about 2 o'clock in the morning, and she said that wanted to know where Kelly was, and I told her what's going on. She said, well, she left her baby here, and if she don't come here within 30 minutes, we can call the police. I said, well, who is this? So I found out where they were at, and I woke my wife up, and we went down, and I said, what all do you need? She explained to me she needed Kelly promised her food stamps, milk, and money. So we went down and got it. It was in the wintertime, cold. We went baby up. I give her the milk, $20, took the kid, and went home. And we didn't have no place to keep the kids, so we bought what's called a playpen, and we put a mattress in there. That's when the little boy stayed. But then Kelly showed up once in a while to the house, walked right by the kid, and never looked at him. Maybe not say nothing, walked back out. We had him about 3 years, and we fell in love with the boy. So I contacted Kelly and me and my wife about adopting the boy. She went along with it, and I had a human services lady come down.
This was at age 3.
Yes, sir.
And you say...
I don't know about the house he's talking about. If that happened, I would have been charged with something.
Was it 3 months?
It was 3 months old because I couldn't deal with the fact. Grandpa said I can give him the insurance he needs because otherwise I was going to have to apply for welfare. I wasn't on welfare.
What happened between 3 months and 3 years?
Grandpa shut me out as soon as the adoption went through.
No. The adoption went through at age 3, right?
3 months old, I gave him to Grandpa.
Once again, I'm confused. You dropped him off at 3 months old. Why again?
Just because I was raped, I was dealing with counseling issues and everything with his dad going into prison.
So you dropped him off at 3 months old to deal with your issues.
Grandpa told me to get my life together, clean up, and deal with what happened to me because it was causing too many flashbacks.
Okay, that's not what he's saying today.
He's already told me he's going to lie under oath and lie to go to court to protect his son. He's already told me that, and my mother.
For $340, he told you he was going to lie and come
basically,
to court.
yeah, he's done that for his mom and his son.
You were never able to see him again?
No, he shut me out. We'd run into him at different places because we lived close nearby. And he said, well, you should have made up the decision when you gave him to me. I said, the reason I gave him to you, I could have gave him up to the state and gave him up for adoption.
But you wanted to see the
I wanted to see him. I wanted to grow to know him.
Why didn't you take action to see him?
One, I didn't have the money. I was a single parent at the time.
Did you apply for legal aid?
Yeah, and at the time, I said I was overqualified from the year before, so I don't know what.
Overqualified, did they tell you what they meant?
No, just the income for the year before.
Okay, they said you have money.
Yeah, basically.
To pay for legal representation. And you did have money to get legal representation to see your child.
Correct.
Why didn't you?
Grandpa basically made it hard for me.
We just talked about that. That's the purpose of getting a lawyer. So that even though Grandpa's making it hard, the lawyer goes to court and says, this is her child,
I was
Your Honor.
promised,
Pardon me?
I was promised by my grandfather.
All right, but for 3 years, you should know that that promise isn't coming through.
It wasn't quite 3 years. Before the 3 years came up, I was coming to the house for dinners. I was there almost every weekend, every other day.
That's not what you just said. Let's move on, ma'am. Now I believe you the liar. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
Anyway, besides the adoption, doesn't give him the right to walk all over me. And when he got 12 years old or so, he started...
When did he return to live with you?
No, he was still with my grandfather in Harlan, Iowa.
Did he ever return to live with you? How did he walk over you?
He was starting fires in churches, stooling on the...
how did he walk over you?
Oh, just borrowing stuff, things I owe him because I gave him up. I owe him
borrowing what?
Money.
As of age 12?
No, it comes later. I'm getting to that.
Okay. Give me the years that he walked over you.
It started from 12 to 17. He was in prison for burglary and assault.
Ma'am. Starting at 12, he walked over you?
No, 12, he went into the jail
Tell
facility.
me when he first walked over you. That's what we're talking about.
18.
At age 18, how did he walk over you?
He was incarcerated for burglary and assault. He contacted us, or I contacted him knowing he was in a prison, and tried to reach out to him, try to rebuild our relationship and start from scratch. At visitation, we did a lot of discussion, went through everything that happened, realizing what we both did wrong, what we could have done better, what I could, we rehashed a lot of stuff, come a long way. And then he started wanting to borrow money for, first he wanted us to take him back and forth to college. He got a college release grant. He violated that, wanting to go out and party and not be where he's supposed to be, when we were picking him up, taking him from prison to the college.
What did he do to walk over you?
Borrowing money and promising, I'll pay it back to you. I paid a money order, I halved it with the family.
At age 18, you have a receipt from
No, this is back when he went back to prison.
We're talking about age 18. Okay. Let's stick there. At age 18.
Promising gas, help me pay for his books we were going to help him get, besides that wasn't funded.
He walked over you by not buying you gas.
No, his books, paying for his books.
And his books. For school.
Yeah.
When else did he walk over you?
In 07, he went back for prison violation to the state penitentiary and wanted a TV while he was in prison. Got him a TV. He said his dad would pay half if I paid half, so I sent a money order in so he can live in luxury in prison and have a TV. Paid the $100. I got a receipt here. Paid other fines, And what was the agreement? He would promise to pay me back once he got released and got on his feet. I said, okay, that's understandable. I'll work with you. I won't account all
And that's your lawsuit today regarding those things?
Correct.
That happened in his most recent incarceration?
Correct. And then a year.
Right. Yeah. Let me get some background from you, sir. You can continue. And then we'll get back to the lawsuit regarding, I guess, the television and some unpaid loans and, I guess, the gas.
All right, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
First of all, this has nothing to do with a loan, a TV, a desk. This has something to do with me calling the cops on her because she wouldn't leave me and my girlfriend alone. Kept harassing us. I got police reports.
Harassing you about what?
I have a little daughter, 3 years old. She's been trying to get grandparents' rights.
She would harass you.
Yeah, it's currently
to see your child.
Correct.
Did she harass you to see him?
It's not even his child.
Go ahead.
The reason I don't want her to have anything to do with my little girl is because I have texts from you right here saying that you wish you killed me like Dad wanted me to. Like, you felt sorry for Otto. That's why you let him keep me. They're from your phone right here.
I got texts from your phone too.
Okay, well, this is from you just lying about what you just now said.
Talk to me. Just tell me what she said.
Anyway, saying that she should have killed me when Jeff wanted to. You want grandparents' rights to my kid, but you're going to call my kid a. Like,
that's why you called the police. Yes. You believe she was harassing you because she wanted grandparents' rights.
Well, my daughter's mom currently has a restraining order, no contact. She cannot contact her because she was harassing her, texting 3 o'clock in the morning, calling her a slut, calling her names.
Let me see the text that she sent you.
I got texts here too.
Okay.
There's no protection order filed.
We're suing about the loans, but this is background that you want me to see. That gives me insight. Funny, you act like too retarded. You Want to talk
Do you have
to
proof those
you
came
and
from me?
hang up.
Yes.
Wow. I don't fraud state, loser kid. Never should been born. You should have been aborted like Jeff wanted me to. Less
someone to do that one
losers
good.
in life. Who is Jeff?
Just my biological dad.
The guy who she said sexually assaulted her?
Correct.
So they're still buddies, so much so that Jeff is saying abort him.
He told me I should get an abortion.
You all were still friends after he raped you?
No, he sent, what was it, a message? I didn't respond, so it wasn't communication.
Well, why did you say you did?
I didn't send all those. I don't know who he had that sent to his phone.
I don't believe anything you say.
That's fine.
Yeah, I hope it is fine. Let me see that.
I got other stuff pending. There's no protection order. He just got out of prison.
You won't ever see my kid.
I don't
You
care
don't have
about
a
him
right.
getting out of prison, ma'am. You can keep riding that all
That's
you
fine.
want to. That's irrelevant to me. And
But there's no protection order, and he's court ordered to take a parenting class in the last 30 days, and he hasn't done that yet.
prove your $340 loan, ma'am. You're right. She has a lot of anger and resentment towards you. I don't know why she's resentful of you, but that's the case. Go ahead, ma'am.
Well, basically, the kid had nothing to do with it, but he just came in her life. We were babysitting her for the first year we met her. He told me he had a kid out there. We went and met the kid. We were visiting her for the first year.
This have anything to do with the loan? You said?
Yes, it does. And we just got done doing a paternity, and a case right now is pending for visitation and setting with a grandparents visitation and him establishing a parenting class. But the loan came out from my husband.
How does what you just told me have to do with the loan? I just
I just
asked
want him
you, I said, is
accountable.
what you're saying to me have to do with the loan?
Well, I have other
You said,
things
yeah.
here.
No, I'm not asking about other things. I'm asking about what you just said to me. When I asked, does this have anything to do with the loan? You said yes.
Okay,
and then
fine.
you proceeded to tell me things that had nothing to do with the loan. You lied again.
No, I
you keep lying
misunderstood
over
you.
and over. That's why I'm going to have to dismiss your case. You perjured yourself
got
over
receipts.
and
I'll
over.
sell
Have a
them for
good
the rest
day.
of
Have a good day.
I'm just sorry it came down to this. We've talked in the past trying to rekindle things, and it's always families fight, but not like this. And now his daughter's involved, but she has no say-so because he's not listed as a parent. But that's already been started. He has to take a parenting class. I thought maybe I tried getting a hold of him before court, trying to forget all this. I don't want to keep feuding with him.
You're the one has made it come to this, and I don't want my daughter around your environment. She will never be there.
She's already been
She will
there.
never. She won't be there. She won't.
Your past and ours, yeah, it's already started that.
Good luck.
Yep.